just out there by the wreck. This is called Tangalooma, and there was a load of wrecks put there about 30 odd years ago in order to make this a resort and somewhere for the Brisbane boaties to put their boats behind when it blows from the west. It's very nice here. There's just beaches you can walk for miles on either way. We're just waiting here. We've been waiting a couple of days now for the northeast to finish and for a southeaster to take us up to Wide Bay Bar, which is about 70 seas. Today there's a forecast of about 15 to 20 knots, which is basically ideal for us. We'd like it to moderate when we get there so that we can cross the bar. If we can't cross the bar because it's still blowing 20 knots, we're going to have to carry on around the end of Fraser Island, which is about another 100 miles at least. So I'm not really wanting to do that, but we're hoping that we'll get a window in the morning in order to be able to cross the bar at high tide. Yeah, we've been going an hour from Tangalooma. At the moment blowing about 10 knots. 10 to 15 knots of breeze. I'm just going to go all the way down here, I think just on the jib. It's a long way. I'll be there at on the GPS says I'm going to be there at about 8 in the morning. That's the end of Moreton Island there. It's 11:30 now, and I've been going an hour and a half, and we're just leaving Moreton Bay behind now. I'm sailing just with a jib and making about 7 knots with the tide at the moment. Doing about 5 knots, sometimes 6. I've got 2 sails up at the moment, goose winged out. The autopilot at the moment is having to work overtime. Can't find the book for it. I need to dampen it a bit more. Yeah, I seem to be able to do a better job with my foot, so I'll take over again in a minute after I've done my filming. just heading down alongside Fraser Island at the moment. Blowing about 20 knots, I think. 18 anyway. Large 4-metre swell. It was a lot worse last night. Probably had 25 last night. Yeah, this is the tip of Fraser Island. We're going to go and we've got to go around a sand spit on the end here, which is 50 miles long. So there's another blooming, mate, I think it's 25 miles long, which is another 5 hours. Oh, K9's having to work a bit hard in this. I think I'm going to have to take over again. Over there's Wathumba Creek, where we're going to go in for the night. We've been out here now, set off from Tangalooma, and it's taken us 3 days to get here, non-stop, around the outside of Fraser Island. Not that I wanted to do that, but Wide Wave Bar was too rough to cross. Just going to show you around the cockpit. Basically I've got my dinghy there and my cushions in the middle to stop them. And that's the inside of the boat after 3 days. It's not too bad. Just looking back along the coast. There's the inside of Stratos, and the auto helm's still working. The grey knob on the end there broke around the other side in the rough stuff, which I was quite surprised. It's never happened before. I hadn't got a spare and I glued it together with super glue, and it seems to have worked. It's only broken off. At Wathumba Creek on Fraser Island. Just come ashore at Fraser Island. I'm at Wathumba Creek, and there's a campground here where I'm going to do my washing, since Wathumba Creek campground. It's great here. I've just come ashore here to do my washing, since most of my clothes got salted on the trip up. Sitting in there. Half of it ends up on the cutting room floor, but I'm going to take it.
There's another one, is it? Oh, it's the rowers.
Yeah. I've come out. And then at this time a lava caves, and then we went over to from there Normanton, and then I think you go with Karumba.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I went to see a friend at Karumba. I built a boat for him, a boat builder really, and built a boat for him. And I didn't know a great deal about him in the last 12, 14, 15 years of what he's been up to. You know, but all I heard, he got drunk in the Great Wreck, wreck bar over there. So I wasn't expecting too much. And I got over there and I said, "Oh, have you seen Dave Wren anywhere?" And I knew his name, but I didn't know where he lived or anything.
Right, yeah. But he was there.
Yeah, and I saw his old boat, and I thought, sitting up there, what's happened? And I went to this. He said, this was the fish place there, and he said, he's up the road about 400 metres. You'll see, and he's got a block wall round his place, and it looked like a CSI building, like you see in a raft.
All right.
With a big steel gate, automatic gate, and. That's it, we're alongside.